Yes, yes, we all knew I was going to do this again. It's such a fun time. I mean, I might as well just keep on going. Welcome back to my newest episode of the Lore and Gold Journey. We, of course, are now looking into the gold making of the zone Azshara in Kalimdor, and this is our third zone. We had Tearsfall Glades, Durotar, and now Azshara. So after we complete this zone, we'll be checking on where to next. To me, it's looking like the Northern Barrens, but we'll have to wait until the end of the video to find out. But why don't we just go ahead and get moving on in the video. We're going to take a look and see how we made gold, where we made gold, and how much gold we made over time. I actually found that Azshara was a really fun zone to be in, and I can almost confirm that if you were to fly out here and you have no starting gold, you'd leave with some. I mean, it definitely wouldn't be bad compared to the other zones. Why don't we take a look at some other places in the zone and see how to make some gold? Let's start off with a basic map of what's included in this zone. First of all, what we have is the green area. The green area is the humanoids. They typically drop linen cloth, wool cloth, they drop some greens, they drop gold. Drop raw gold is nice. And then that's really about it. Sometimes if they're Naga or Makrini, they will drop other unique items as well. The blue areas on the right hand side are these small water elementals that drop some elemental drops, which is really nice. The top purple is dragons. And we also have the pink spot that is some demons or satyrs, and then the yellow at the bottom part of the map is actually ghosts. That's just how I'm labeling them here, and we're going to be checking on each of these locations. After we check out the ride one more time. Yeah, you know I love this ride. I gotta keep coming back here. The elemental is still stuck in the ground. I haven't killed him. He's been stuck there ever since. I mean, I really should go back and free him, which just means murder him. But no one else is ever in the zone, so they don't really get to free him. Either way, back onto the content. Of course, as we saw in my previous video, the zone is covered in Naga. The Naga drop normal humanoid drops like cloth, gold. They also drop random greens, random armor, a lot of gray items I've found, and then they also drop seashells, kind of like Murlocs do. The same goes for the Makrini, or the crab people. Now, as I was questing, I'm sure you noticed a lot of different beasts in the zone, and I didn't include them, for an obvious reason. They're everywhere. I'm just going to give you a brief example of about half of the mobs. They do drop leather, of course, all of them do, they're all beasts, and also the dragons count as beasts in this case for some reason. But on top of leather, they are also having a few notable drops as well. We'll go over those in just a moment. First off, we have the basilisks. They don't have any really notable drops. On top of the leather with the stags, we are also getting stag flanks, which is a meat used for leveling cooking. It is a great way to make gold as well. They're anywhere from 9 to 12 gold. Next, we have the chimeras and also the hippogriffs. The chimeras, surprisingly, also drop the stag flank? I guess they eat them? And the hippogriffs, they drop small eggs, which are worth a few gold, it's not bad. Of course, we also have the seals, which, mostly leather, and turtles. Same thing, mostly leather. Not too bad. Last but not least, we also have these blackwing dragons. You know what, they are the least. They also drop regular leather, kinda lame. Now hold up. I could have sworn I saw paranormal activity in one of my previous films. Let's go take a look. I swear I saw something. I'm not usually a ghost believer, but I could have sworn I saw some paranormal activity back here. No, oh, maybe something? Freeze it, right there. Okay, that is definitely a ghost. We have to go see this. That's right. I knew it. It was a ghost all along, and I managed to paralyze its limbs with paralysis. That makes no sense. Anyway, this brings us to our second best common farm drops to make gold in the zone, and it's, once again, the essence of undeath. It's an unbeatable farm. You just go around killing ghosts. As you can see, there's at least 4 or 5 in my vision alone. There's probably 30 spawns in this area. You kill them, they have a slightly lower drop rate than the ones in Tearsfall Glades, little secret, but they aren't the best. They're the second best. And there's actually one extra way to make gold in this zone as well, but it's kind of unreliable, and so I always point out the best ways to consistently farm gold in the zone. And currently, it's with specific mats that people need that you can routinely farm, and of course, sell on the auction house. So here we are. Well, that's not what I wanted. Oh well. I'll see you at the next one. Duke Hydraxis is going to hate me, but the best farm is actually farming these tiny elementals. They are very spread out, which is unfortunate. However, they drop Essence of Water, which is giving 83 gold to 110 gold each. One boon of these mobs is that they have a high drop rate, high spawn rate, and they are located in all of these locations that are high or low tide. They're really everywhere and very easy to farm. Some honorable mentions of making gold? Catching oily blackmouth fish. These oily blackmouths sell for about 8 gold each. As you can see, they sold from anywhere from 5 to 10. But this was actually a solid way to make gold over time. If I passed over one, I would just fish up each of them, and it would be a quick 20, 30, or if it's 10 gold each, it could be 60 gold per pool. So it really adds up over time. It was a great way to make gold, and it kind of was reminiscent of mining or herbing. And there's many of these pools throughout the area. This is one specific spot that I found to be very populated with these oily blackmouth schools. And I don't necessarily know what this part of the zone is for, but it do be like that sometimes. Okay, I have to get this one fairly quickly here. So, General Fang Terror. He is the only rare in the zone that was particularly special compared to the other ones. And this is because he drops an item that only came back into the game not too long ago. As you can see in the corner, all the things is showing that he drops a weapon called Junho's Mercy. Sorry, I had to squint my eyes there. And so basically, this weapon can be worth 150,000 gold, which is a crazy amount. I've killed him, I don't know, 10 or so times. Checking a Wowhead, it shows it can take about 40, it can take 60 tries. I mean, obviously with RNG and whatnot, it can take forever to get the drop, but either way, oh, wouldn't it have been really cool if that was a drop right there? I would have been over the moon. And I also would have learned it, because that's kind of what this challenge is for. It's collecting, it's learning, it's gold making. And now I'm really lucky that that rare was up. That's one thing I didn't even mention. It has been farmed to death. It is the only thing in this entire zone that is occasionally killed. But here we are this time. Fortunately, we saw it was up. And now, I guess I'm just going to fly over to another part of the zone to show you another possible way to make gold. This one I haven't really fully checked out yet, but I think it would be worth trying. We're going to go over to that top-hatted goblin. I got that goblin me. That is all. So basically, the gold making method that I am interested in is through these drinks. One thing you've noticed, if you're watching of course, is that it shows 1 out of 1 currency. And what do you suppose that's for? Generally, it's for achievements. And when it comes to achievements, people like to spend a little bit more gold than normal. As you can see, I have 100 of this one on the auction house. No one is actually buying them, but most of the time you can buy one for 19 silver, sell it for 3 gold, and then taxes from the auction house make it about 2 gold and 90 silver. That is a huge profit. I haven't sold any yet, but this is something that I'm currently checking on, and I've tried other mobs and other vendors in the zone. Some of them give me blacksmithing items, like the flux, or you can buy 3 of this item from this vendor over the course of an hour, or something like that. It's one additional thing that I've liked to check on while I'm going through a zone. And as you can see, there are other palace waitresses, but they all sell the same stuff, if not a little bit less than Isaac Mixmaster. Alright, to show you some of the remaining items that I've collected, I have obviously sold off a decent amount of stuff. I'm at about 17,000 gold on both of my characters combined right now. And as you can see, we did get other mats. We had Swift Thistles and Briar Thorns and Mage Royals. Most of those are worth equal to, maybe a little less than the starting zone ones. Maybe not Peace Bloom. But either way, the oily blackmouths we made a decent amount of gold on. We have a lot of copper ore. The iron ore in the zone is almost worthless. We have tried to mine it, not much gold came from it. And then, another thing on top of that is, oh, this is tin. Well, tin ore. So tin ore, turning that into bars, actually loses money opposed to copper, which turning it into bars either increases the value or it keeps it even. Now, we've also looked at the small eggs from earlier, essence of water, the different globe of water, elemental water, stag meat. That's actually worthless. I don't even know why I would sell that. Essence of undeath, we've sold quite a few of these. And then, of course, killing all the rares throughout the zone, which there aren't too many. We didn't get a whole lot. That's from the Scarlet Monastery. But either way, yeah, I'm not really going to make much gold off of this, but I'm going to post this on the auction house, and I'm going to show you just how much is estimated for these top mats, because these are the stuff that is farmable. These green items, blue items, gray items, whatever, they don't sell for that much, and some of them do sell for a lot, but it takes forever to sell them. And so I don't want to include that in what our actual earned price is. I do know that a lot of my profit over time is actually from selling the 400 or so items that my rogue posts on the auction house from my Tearsfall Glades days, and future dungeons are going to lead us to the same thing. But either way, we are going to go to the auction house and check out what the materials alone are being sold for. See you there. Alright, so we went ahead and posted all of those mats. As we can see, I'm actually at 18,000 gold. I sent over all the gold from the rogue. And just these mats, I like to do a lot of variety, and so I was farming a bunch of different mobs, got a lot of different drops, and it's almost 5,000 gold. It's 4,626, which will put us close to, I mean, making good progression on the next patch, or the next zone's level of gold, which is 15,000. It's just a flat amount I'm going to put on each zone, or 10,000. Honestly, it's not about how much gold I make, it's just finding methods of making gold that are effective. And doing it for 10 days straight isn't really what the video is all about. We want it to move from zone to zone. We want to find out interesting things. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm definitely going to keep on doing it as long as people keep watching it. Now, what we have is just our mats on the auction house. I'm going to go ahead and post the BOEs on the auction house, and I'll show you how inflated it gets. And when I say inflated, I mean it's going to be too much for what it actually will sell for. Look at how inflated that is. It's ridiculous. There's no way I'm going to sell all of this for 90,000 gold. And I'm basically just taking whatever is already posted on the auction house, and I'm copying that price. I'm just right-clicking the item, clicking post. Sometimes I reduce the cost. It's not really going to happen. And that's why I wanted to post the mats first, because it gave a realistic idea of what you would make. And all of this is kind of just bonus gold. It's definitely possible it sells, but it's going to take a long time, and while it is semi-reliable, because items do sell over time, it's still kind of a pain in the butt to really track how much gold you're making per the time it takes to farm, because it takes months to sell. And not to mention the time you have to put into reposting it, opening up your mailbox, filling your bags, emptying them, opening it up again, emptying them. It's just so much time goes into it. I don't think it's really that worth it, but for the sake of the video, I want to see if I can sell stuff, so I might as well post everything. Now, just the last thing we have to really think about in this video is where we're going next. I'm not sure. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Alright, put the gold in there. Yep, that's all good. Alright, now we're just gonna turn around. Oh hey, a bridge! What's going on here? So we were talking about what zone we were looking for. And I guess I really didn't... What was it that I said? Oh, right! We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Haha, I'm stupid. It's the Northern Barrens that we're going into. This will be our next zone. I didn't want to do Ashenvale next because I find that zone to be very beautiful and very luscious, and we just had a pretty nice looking zone. So, back to the desert. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that'll be it. That's Azshara. I'm glad you guys all joined me for the trip. It was a blast. That zone was amazing. I hope you had a great time too. I really hope you subscribe to me so you can watch more. I hope you comment to give me advice or also just to tell me what you're interested in, what's working, what isn't working, things I could try, other types of videos. I mean, I play other video games. Either way, I mentioned it. I hope you had a great time. Truly, that's what I'm here for. I want to bring joy to both myself and then also you. Either, hey, again, I say that too much, I'm noticing. Have a great day. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. You thought I'd stop? I'm never stopping on this rocket, baby. I'll see you later.